So, not Jasmine, my apologies. Gino is back to responding to Jasmine. So Jasmine obviously came out with this post not long ago, which says, "I'm glad you enjoyed it and premeditated all the verbal and emotional attack towards me when you know the real story behind everything. It's so nice to see you play the victim when you know what you've done to me for years." Gino came in and responded and said, "Nothing was premeditated, as Jasmine claims. Most people can see through Jasmine's BS and lies. Yes, everyone does know the real story, Jasmine, as you treated me horribly and like trash. You humiliated and emasculated me as well as verbally abused me. But it was even much worse off camera behind closed doors from morning until night every day since she arrived on day one. This is the nightmare I've been living." You know, it's interesting, isn't it, how these two can both talk about how they were in a relationship that was horrible, that was terrible, that wasn't nice for the years they were together. But these are two adults who both still decided to get married. Two adults that still both decided to bring their relationship to America. But yet neither one of them wants to take accountability for the downfall of their relationship. First and foremost, both of them two need to take accountability for the fact that they met on a website where Gino was paying her to pretty much talk to him, paying her to pretty much entertain him. That was the premises of their relationship anyway. When you begin a relationship like that, how you could think that this relationship can ever be destined for anything greater is beyond me. But then again, if they remind themselves of that would be accountability one of, we didn't meet in the best of ways. We definitely didn't meet in a way that was organic to the fact that we had an attraction. We met on the basis of the fact that I was paying you money. Okay. And then also on top of that, the moment they decided to take their relationship from a website to actual physical contact all the way to 90 Day Fiance, Gino is the one that then started off with the photos that he sent of Jasmine to his ex Lindsay at the time. But even then, Jasmine still decided to stay with him. She could have easily walked away from him, but instead of walking away, what did she do? She continued to stay in a relationship with him and also reminded him every single step of the way about how he ruined her work, how he got her job lost because the fact that his ex had posted these pictures or sent them to her job. That's what she kept accusing him of, and therefore she said, "Well, I can stay with you if you pretty much keep paying for my living," which is what he did. You know, he decided to stay, paying for a woman that clearly said, "I'm only pretty much staying with you if you pay." You know, if you pay for my home. And the home that she ended up getting in the future was a $3,000 apartment, okay, a month in the same complex as her ex Dane. And even then, when Gino found out about her living in the same complex as Dane, Gino still stayed with Jasmine regardless. And then of course here we get in a situation where we move on to the fact that they now moved to America. They moved to America, they haven't got married yet, but Jasmine does find out from the visa stuff in particular, guess what? Gino did not put her kids on it. Again, another opportunity to say, you know what? I can't be with you, you're not treating me well, you're not respecting me, let me leave you. But instead of doing that, what did she do? She still continued to go off and marry him anyway. And also on top of that, she moved to America and moved to Michigan knowing that his family at the time didn't even like her. They were accused of being a gold digger, but she still stuck around anyway. And then also fast forward, Gino also ends up leaving his job, you know what I mean, thinking that he can now become, you know, a full-time whatever the hell he is, which, listen, I guess is working for him. But at the end of the day, as you've already heard, there's been reasons on both sides of why these two should have separated. And then you also move on to the fact that once they were in America anyway, Gino then expressed that he wanted to have kids. Jasmine said, "No, I don't want to have kids with you." Okay, and then at one point, she then said, "Yeah, actually, no, we will try and have kids." But then Gino wasn't really giving her the intimacy enough for her to actually even get pregnant in the first place. Again, both of them going tick for tack. All right, and then also we got to the point where Jasmine wasn't even sleeping in the same bed as him, and also to the point where she had to make her own way to the gym and back. And then also we got the whole situation with the money, with Gino apparently not giving her money the whole time that she was earning from the show and only giving the money from the cameo, among other things. So really and truly, these two have both had reasons to walk away from that relationship for the longest time possible. So how they both come out with this ridiculous nonsense about how, oh, you know, it's nice to see you play the victim when you know what you've done to me for years. And then he says, but it was even much worse off camera behind closed doors from morning till night every day since she arrived on day one. This is the nightmare I've been living. So the question is, who has been living a nightmare? If you ask me, Both of them have been living a nightmare, and both of them chose to stick around and not leave this nightmare that they both speak about. So the question is, who is going to take accountability worst? Or are these two going to continue going with tick for tack like children on the net, because that's how pathetic they both are? That is the question that remains. Well, let me know your thoughts on something in particular. I've given you guys a breakdown on both sides, okay, about both of them. Both of them basically, you know, didn't want to leave. And then of course we then fast forward to Jasmine then proposed an idea of an open marriage. An opportunity for Gino to say, no, I don't want that, we are over. But instead of saying no, we are over, he says, okay, I agree to the open marriage. And then that's fast forward to Jasmine then later on getting pregnant at some point, even though Gino said you can only have protected intimacy. But again, you know, that was obviously broken, or whatever happened. Do you know what I mean? And again, there were so many things that Jasmine did that gave Gino a reason to leave this nightmare. And there's so many things that Gino did for Jasmine to leave this relationship with what he had done to her for years. Like, honestly, these two. One word, pathetic. But hey folks, let me know your thoughts in the comment section and we'll talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.